What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today we're going to talk about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and I got 12 minutes of gameplay, which most of you guys might have already seen. It's this thing that they showed off on IGN's live stream for E3. I just got home. I literally left my place right as that gameplay was being shown off on IGN, and I had no idea, and I just got home. I saw bits and pieces of it on Twitter, and I kind of like talk about it on Twitter, but I've not seen the full gameplay. We're going to dive into it right now on a count of 3. 3, 2, 1, bam! Press the play right now. See what we got.
はい、
Rumble with Raditz。
本当に今作、いろいろあるんですけれども、大きく特徴を挙げるとして、3つあります。で、まず1つはですね、やはり圧倒的なボリューム。
Yo, I like how you had Piccolo flying around with him. That's kind of dope.
I think there's 3 distinct elements, and of course, as you mentioned, there's been a lot of Dragon Ball games in the past, a lot of different interpretations of it. The very first thing I would like to mention, though, is the sheer volume that this game has.
This looks huge.
I
want to point out, so this is the gameplay. I just paused it real fast. This is the gameplay that I've been seeing on Twitter, and they say open world, but that doesn't seem like fully open world. What I feel like to me, it looks like it's like different parts. So it's like pseudo open world, if that makes sense. You can go to like the mountain area, you can go into the Namek area. So it's like fake open world, if that makes sense. To me, open world means like GTA. You can go from island to island, from city to city. But like this is cool, but it's not like fully open world. At least I mean, I don't know. That's what it looks like to me.
なんですけれども、原作の細かいシーンであったりですとか、中には本作で初めて語られるシーンも含めてですね、新しい形でドラゴンボール Z。
It looks really dope just flying around though.
And the second point would be, of course, there's a lot of very meticulously recreated scenes from the original story that people are going to recognize and very much
jumping looked wonky.
As well as some scenes that haven't really been depicted in the way that they have in this game. So there's going to be a lot of firsts, I think, for some people.
Oh, we have Mechanical Man number 8 right here.
Mechanical Man? Wow.
Well, that answers one of my questions. I was really hoping to see.
Goku looks a bit awkward right there.
Dragon Ball stuff. I wanted to talk a bit about this. CyberConnect 2 has worked a great deal on Naruto games, tons of those, and Asura's Wrath, which felt like playing an episode of Dragon Ball Z. Kind of what sort of experiences from those previous projects have been channeled into Kakarot?
Kakarot! The cutscenes definitely look a lot better than the actual gameplay. Not knocking the gameplay, just you can tell there's a difference between cutscenes and the actual gameplay. So I saw this on Twitter. It looks like encounter based, like Pokemon. You encounter the enemy or whatever, and then you fight them. Maybe. Hold on. I see a pterodactyl flying around. Oh my god. Just exploring that looks dope. Yeah, see, look. Pause. See, look, this is what I'm talking about. This is the map for just the mountainous area. So it's not fully open world. Hold on. Well, let's see if they address it. Let's see if they address it.
Of course, at CyberConnect 2, I think we're really experienced, dare I say, in the sort of cell-shaded type of expression.
Absolutely. CC2 knows their cell-shaded games.
That we got with Naruto and that cell-shaded look in combination with a lot of Akira Toriyama sensei, his artwork and visual style. I think what really kind of came together in this project is merging those two elements of the cell-shaded technology and experience with Toriyama sensei's work.
Okay, so it looks like they're encountering? Yeah, it's an encounter! Pause. Unlike Legacy of Goku, where you'll just see everything on the field, you can kind of attack it. Looks like it's like a 1v1 setup. It looks really smooth. I mean, it's an RPG. So, pause again. Something to point out. This is not going to be like Xenoverse. As much as it looks like a 3D arena fighter, it's not Xenoverse. It's not also going to be on the levels of... I think like the best way to describe it off of the gameplay, it looks like Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy 15 meets Xenoverse. So it's kind of like a step back from Xenoverse, but still looks gorgeous. It's an RPG, if that makes sense. So I'm a fan of how it looks, but how does it play? That looks dope. Yeah, so it is like definitely a battle system like that where you encounter.
And of course, the second element is the sort of facial acting as we call it inside our team. And of course, there's a lot of intense battle scenes. There's a lot of intense story elements, and really getting those dynamic
scenes
shifts
in
and
Dragon Ball?
expressions in the character's emotion. I think the emotion really comes to the surface in this game. So I think the fans, the longtime fans of the Dragon Ball franchise, have a lot to look forward to in terms of what these characters are going to bring and act on the screen.
Now, seeing the gameplay right here, it's clearly this is a big, huge sort of world to explore. All
right, this
big
is
of a
actually a
world
question
are
I
we
wanna know.
talking about here?
Again, from what I saw, it looks like that there are different aspects of the world you go to, like a mountainous area, an islands area, Namek.
はい、そうですね、ちょっと具体的な、数字で言うのは難しいんですけど、
Unless I'm wrong, I don't know.
オープンワールドではございません。で、なぜかと言いますとですね、おそらくとにかくドラゴンボール Z の物語を追体験することに一番注力をしていますので、
Just being able to fly is just something I've always wanted to do in these games.
何らかの
I dreamt of a game like this when I was like 12.
なってしまうんですね。
So I want to first begin by saying it's really hard to kind of quantify, how expansive this world is going to be. But in terms of, I think the question on your mind is going to be, is this an open world game? And I cannot say that it is a truly open world experience. And part of that reasoning is, of course, we wanted to stay very true to the Dragon Ball Z universe. And if we were to make it a fully open world game, we would have to kind of lie and blur the boundaries between the different zones or areas in that world. So we wanted to kind of really recreate that experience.
I mean, it will be difficult, I'll say that.
ですので、基本的には物語の進行に応じてエリアが一つ一つ
Does this still count as open world then?
ものを想定していただければと思います。ただ、そうですね、ただその代わり一つ一つのエリアはかなり大きく。
Oh, I saw this on Twitter as well.
なりきって
This is weird to me.
ってことは可能になっています。
It's dope, but it's weird.
So if you can imagine, every time you progress in the story, you're going to unlock a new world that the characters.
Why does he have that in his pocket?
And, as we kind of follow Goku's story here, I want to kind of reassess the idea that each world is going to be very large as you kind of unlock these new areas and zones.
It does look
in the
huge.
map.
Now, Goku is currently.
That's so weird that he just has that in his pocket. Why does he have that?
What activities besides fighting there are, and if there's any classic sort of early Dragon Ball content here, and you sort of answered both my questions. But really, is this going to be Goku's entire life, or is it his sort of life and times just in Z? Will it extend to
good question.
Super?
They're not going to answer that. We can't answer it now. So, I don't like the movement when you're like on the ground. It feels kind of wonky.
それとまあスーパーの世界まで行くのかという質問ですね。
そうですね、本作のまずタイトル名がドラゴンボール Z カカロットとある通りですね、本作は基本的に Z の物語
I might just murder that animal.
となっております。
So I think the name kind of gives you a little bit of a hint. It's called, of course, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Dragon Ball Z.
So that, the implication is we're going to be following Goku's experience in life through mainly the Z.
Okay, so it's going to be all of Z.
ただですね、先ほどの
There you have it. It's not going to end on Frieza.
はっちゃんみたいなですね、初代
That wouldn't even make sense. A lot of people were thinking it was going to end on Frieza, but like I know Bandai, they never reveal these trailers and show off everything in the first trailer. If it ended in Frieza, they would have shown that off in the first trailer.
Saw earlier where the robot android 8 was interacting with Goku. There are going to be, of course, a lot of Easter eggs scattered throughout
Janemba?
this.
That looks like the
I love this. We've got
blast
Piccolo
system
flying
in
down the
World
side.
Seeker.
Clearly, this is very much Goku's game.
Why is it so dark?
The problem with so much of Z is that he's sort of out of commission. He's either traveling through space doing push-ups, or he's having a heart attack for several episodes in a row. How do you sort of account for all the times when Goku is unable to fight? Will players be taking on
Oh, there we go.
characters' roles?
I saw that you can change characters on if you pause.
悟空が、宇宙のどこかで腕立てしてたり、死んでたり、いろいろと多分ストーリーから外れてしまう部分があるんで、そういった時のストーリーというかこの世界の流れはどういうふうに演出されるのか、違うキャラクター
God, Flying is just gorgeous.
経験できるのかとか。
はい、そうですね、違うキャラクターに関してはですね、ちょっと現時点では詳細をお答えできないんですけれども、ドラゴンボール Z の物語を追体験することに、とにかく注力をしています。
Like, look, that looks like a huge area.
ファンの方々を
I'm okay with it actually.
ないような
Being able to change like that is going to be refreshing.
In terms of can the player get behind the control and actually play as another character, I can't reveal anything at this moment, but what I can say is we tried to stay very, very true to the Dragon Ball Z experience. So as if you picked up the manga and read it, we wanted to recreate that as accurately as possible. I don't think we're going to leave.
Okay, so it's going to be the good guys basically. So Goku,
Dragon Ball movies
Piccolo,
are-
right there, pause, right there. You saw that. Pause. the way it shows characters. So you can probably, in the Saiyan Saga, you'll play as maybe Krillin, Gohan, Piccolo. You'll be Goku in the Namek Saga. Later, you play as Gohan, and then maybe adult Gohan when you go into Buu. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with that.
Gray
Keep playing.
area. Most recently, Broly was sort of brought into the main canon. You're clearly kind of borrowing from other parts of the timeline.
Yeah, Piccolo right there! Oh, he's just support.
From the movies?
ドラゴンボールの映画では結構ブロリーは一応メインストーリーの結構前
I
の
wonder if they have like side stories where like
書かれてはいます
Janimba shows up or like Broly. I can see that either as DLC or just kind of like, as like an Easter egg side mission type of thing.
っていうようなことはあるんでしょうか
I'm excited for this, dog.
にはですね、原作、アニメ
I
で
tweeted, I was like, this is like if they did Ultimate Tekaichi right.
体験するようなものになっています。
In terms of the movies, what I can say is this game has been designed as really kind of an immersive experience for the Dragon Ball Z anime TV series experience.
So does that mean no movie
そうで
stuff?
すねただただアニメを追体験するだけではなくて、先ほどのはっちゃんのサブストーリーみたいなものもありますし、他にもちょっとまだまだ言えないんですけれども、ファンの方々
And once again, it's an encounter system, which is different.
But of course, that is the foundation, and as we kind of teased a little earlier, you saw Hachan 8, Robot 8 in action. So there are going to be a lot of elements that the very die-hard Dragon Ball Z fans can look.
Let me pause real fast. What I'm noticing is this game. So I mentioned Ultimate Tekaichi. What I noticed is it seems to have a melee phase, which you're seeing right now against Raditz. And it also has a Ki Blast phase, which we saw in the trailer where they had Goku blasting off against Frieza. So again, this is not going to be your typical 3D arena fighter that we saw in like Raging Blast, Tenkaichi, Battle of Z, Xenoverse. It's an RPG. It's definitely different. So it's something that you need to like be aware of when you go into this game. Because even look at these controls. L1's to guard, A is to step, which I assume like means vanishing and stuff. A is to boost, super boost, and then burst, charge key. Yeah, it's very dumbed down basic. But again, it's an action RPG. Think about it. All right, let's keep playing this.
Great. Well, we saw in the during the Xbox conference the trailer.
Ooh, dope.
Kind of spoiled Frieza's fate a little bit, but everyone knows the story pretty well. Will this go beyond the Frieza saga?
So hold on. Let's see what they say.
フリーザのストーリーラインは
They gotta. They said it's the story of Goku.
ストーリーは知ってると思うんですけど、フリーザサーガ
Yeah, when do we get to see Goku in like on Yardrat and
描
stuff?
かれるんでしょうかね。
はい、そうですね。現時点ではそのフリーザ編以降についてはちょっとまだ詳細何も、お話。
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are going to really enjoy this game. Oh, it's like a burst move?
破壊するようなことにはならないようにゲームは作っている
Ooh.
つもりでございます。はい。
Well, Max, I don't want to sound like a broken record. We can't reveal that as of yet, but I think going back to what I mentioned earlier, it's going to be a very immersive and fun experience for the fans.
That's a yes. Just say it. That's a
I
yes.
have one final question. We saw Goku flying around like he does, but also riding on the Kinto Cloud, the Nimbus.
Yeah, that's a
What's the
key blast
advantage
phase I was
to
talking
riding the
about.
Cloud if he can fly normally?
さっきちょっと映像を見てて思ったんですけど、先ほど雲に乗って移動
Ooh.
して、飛んで移動もしてたんで、どっちが有利
And now you're in a melee
飛
phase.
べるのになぜ雲に乗るのかと。
This is dope.
おそらく悟空体験というものをテーマにしておりまして、さまざまな形
I can get behind a game like this because it's so different. It's legacy of Goku on
食べる
consoles.
のもそうですし、魚釣りや、動物狩猟であったり、
Oh, I just saw his moves real fast. He had rock paper. Scissors, rock paper.
がまずテーマになっています。
So kind of an overarching theme or concept of this game is the Goku experience. So I think we didn't want to really skimp on any element of being, immersed in the body of Goku. So of course we saw him fishing and eating earlier as well as flying around.
I wonder was he Beerus because Battle of Gods was part of Dragon Ball Z originally.
ご飯食べるのは結構悟空体験の中で大きな要素なんじゃないですか。
はい。
They probably won't go into Beerus.
特に食事について
I
は
hope so,
か
though.
なりこのゲームにおいて重要視しておりまして、基本その食事って普通 RPG だと30
Oh yeah, this is absolutely an RPG. Like the more I see it, it's an RPG.
まさかそれだけじゃなくて、
It's like it's Kingdom Hearts meets Dragon Ball.
ご飯を食べることでパワーが上がったりもしますので、
And it's definitely a CC2 game, so it looks like his stamina just got broken.
So you actually highlighted a very interesting point. I think normally in any kind of RPG, if you consume food, it either heals you or gives you maybe a 30-minute buff,
Yep.
but it goes way deeper in this particular experience. It, of course, will largely affect Goku's power, and it's a part of the core game cycle, how you manage the eating element of the
Yep.
game.
That's awesome. That's the Saiyan appetite is a big part of that. Well, I'm dying to see more of this. I really, really hope that you include the part where Piccolo and Goku have to go to the.
I wonder if they'll
driver's
make you
license department and get their driving test.
have to line up as Piccolo shoots him. Remember in Budokai how hard that was? That's it? Okay, that's the end of that. I remember how in the Budokai series they made you like line it up while you were holding him. I wonder if they make you do something like that in this Rad Side. I'm excited, man. I have a very open mind about this. Again, it's going to be a very different kind of experience as opposed to the past couple of Dragon Ball games. So I guess let's stay tuned to the channel, subscribe if you're new here, and if I got my hands on it sometime in the next couple weeks, I'll definitely bring some gameplay. I'm sure it's going to be the same thing as said right here, because I don't think they have anything super new after that yet. I mean, it's a 2020 release, so we're probably going to see this. Knowing Bandai, we're probably looking at like a January or February release. That's usually how they work out. If they reveal a game in E3, it always comes out like end of January, early February. So that's around the corner. But we still have a lot to be revealed over the course of the next, I guess, couple of months. Comment section below, if you could choose any character, I guess, in the Goku timeline from the good guys that you want to play as, who would you want to see and why? Drop it down below. But other than that, if you're excited for this game, hit that thumbs up, and let's stay tuned for more as we go into 2020 and the release of this game. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Rhymestyle. I'll probably do another video of this, kind of talk about it in the next couple of days or so, but for now, just kind of break down this gameplay that was shown off on IGN, so there's that. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.